Hey guys, and today we're going to be reading Most Wanted, Night of the Puppet People by R.L. Stine. Chapter 1. Jenny, don't fight with your brother. It's your birthday, Miss Renfro said. But he took the candy bar I wanted, Jenny cried. No, I did not. Ben squeezed the miniature Snickers bar in his fist. He made his mean face at Jenny. Miss Renfro sighed. She blew a strand of blonde hair off her forehead. Why don't you two share it? You're twins. You should share everything. Ben never shares anything, Jenny pouted. She made a wild swipe for the candy in her brother's hand, but he snatched it away from her. Get your own, stinkhead. Ben, don't call names on your birthday. You're 5 now. You have to act more like a gentleman. No, I don't, Ben insisted. I don't even know what that means. Miss Renfro had to laugh. She brushed a hand through Ben's curly brown hair. Ben was stubborn, but he knew how to make her laugh. Mom, don't laugh. He isn't funny, Jenny said. Jenny loved scolding her mother, and she seldom let Ben bully her, even though they were twins and looked alike. Jenny was already an inch taller than her brother. Miss Renfro heard a shout and turned to the sound. All around the living room, the 5-year-old party guests were smearing chocolate on their chins. I guess the little candy on their cheeks and chins. I guess the little candy bars were a bad idea, Miss Renfro thought. I should have bought M&Ms. She pushed her way through the room. What was the shouting about? She asked. Anna Richards, in a frilly pink party dress, pointed to the chubby boy with short black hair at the coffee table. Jonathan spilled his apple juice, she reported. He's a klutz. Miss Renfro squinted at her. Anna, where did you learn that word? From Sesame Street. Jonathan Sparrow lived across the street. He and Ben and Jenny had play dates all the time. Now he was staring at a dark, wet spot on the front of his denim overalls. Don't worry about it, Miss Renfro said. It'll dry. I spilled on the table too, Jonathan said, avoiding her eyes. She hurried to the kitchen to get paper towels. Her way back to the living room, the man with the long white beard stopped her. He wore a silky purple robe that came down to the floor, a tall pointed red cap, and he had a long purple tall pointed scarf wrapped around his neck. Is it time for the show? He asked. Miss Renfro nodded. Good idea, before it gets really messy in here. 5-year-olds love chocolate, he said, scratching his beard. She sighed. I never should have given it to them. She waved the paper towels. First, let me mop up a spill. Then we'll get started. She hurried back to the living room. She glimpsed Jenny sticking cross-legged on the floor. Jenny had 3 candy bars in her lap. She always found a way to beat Ben. Where was Ben? Wrestling on the rug with a red-haired boy from his kindergarten class. Let's all sit on the floor. Hurry, she shouted. Everyone sit down and face the fireplace. We have a surprise for you. They were excited about the surprise, but it still took 10 minutes to get them all seated. Quiet, everyone, Miss Renfro said. Be very quiet. You don't want to miss the fun. Ben and Jenny couldn't wait to find out what the surprise was. Miss Renfro smiled at their eager faces. What a great idea it was to have this show, she thought. Miss Renfro didn't know the horror was about to begin. Chapter 2. The man with the full white beard stepped quickly to the front of the room, swirling his long purple robe. I am Whiz-Bang, the wizard, he declared. His shout startled Ben, who bounced on the floor beside his sister. I have some magic to show you, the wizard shouted. Does anyone want to see some magic? The kids obediently cried yes. Ben squinted at the wizard, who moved rapidly from side to side, his robe swishing over the rug. What that in his long beard? A black spot that appeared to be moving. Was that a spider in his beard? Ben shivered. He didn't like spiders. Once a pajama shirt while he was just falling asleep. It didn't bite him, but Ben felt itchy every time he thought about spiders. Here comes the magic, Whiz-Bang exclaimed. Watch